So about a year ago, Groove Life gifted their Groove wallet to me to check out. However, I hadn't ever put out my thoughts yet, and I thought it was about time. This is an amazing wallet that has a couple drawbacks, so stay tuned for that. So as always, in this video, I'm going to tell you everything that I like about this wallet, what I don't like about it, and if it's right for you. So this Groove wallet is actually kind of a competitor to something like this extra wallet that I have right here, and basically that it ejects cards out the top. You basically push up on this plate right here, and up to, I've found about 6 cards are able to eject out the top. They fan out really nicely, and it works really well. On the front face, there is actually a modification in addition that you can add onto the wallet. Is basically a little leather wallet that is essentially screwed into the wallet itself. It allows you to fit generally another card or two there, and then it also adds a cash strap to the wallet. And that basically is it. It is a true minimalist wallet, so it's competing with things like the Extra I just brought out, as well as things like Ridge Wallet, Axwell wallets, and a lot of the other wallets that I have reviewed on this channel. So basically, it's meant for storing really only the things that you need in a wallet and nothing really more. So if you are somebody that is expecting to fit a ton of cash in here, a ton of cards and that kind of stuff, this really isn't for you, but we'll get into that a little bit later as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into what I do like, and then I'll get into what I don't like. So starting with number one, what I do like about this wallet is its quality. I have to say, of probably all the wallets that I've tested out there, this probably is one of the highest quality wallets that I've had. It works really, really well. Everything just works smoothly. It's high quality. The metal finish is nice. All the different sides and everything are really, really just kind of rounded off. Nothing is sharp. The leather on the front here with this accessory is extremely high quality. You can tell it is already kind of wearing in. I will say I've tested out a bunch of different wallets over the past year since they sent me this, so I haven't used this on a daily basis, but I have done my best to make sure it's in rotation and that I'm testing it to its fullest extent. The next thing I like about this wallet comes down to the simple mechanism for pushing the cards out. So I talked about a little bit earlier, basically you push up on this plate right here and it spits the cards out the top there. It's kind of interesting because a lot of other ones kind of use triggers on the side of the wallet. This is really the only one I've seen so far where you push up on a plate. I will say I did have to use, they include a little sticker here to kind of give you a little bit more of leverage on this plate. I had to use that because my fingers were slipping too much, so I added that sticker. It is optional for you, so if you don't want the sticker there to give you extra traction on this plate, you don't have to use it. But I did in this case. So basically you just push up on there, and there is an extremely simple mechanism. If it's not gonna focus, I'll add some B-roll up here. So basically there's a little mechanism on the interior of the wallet. You can see there's a little rod that goes up right here. And what that has is a couple different ridges, and each card kind of gets caught in those ridges, and then it fans the cards out the top. It's actually a really, really interesting process in a very simple way of doing it. I think it is a lot more simple than a lot of the other wallets out there, which makes me feel like that even though this is a mechanical wallet, it's not going to wear out over time because it's essentially just one little rod that pushes the cards up and fans them out. So I think that's actually really genius. The next thing I really like about this wallet is just kind of how satisfying it is to utilize it. You just basically push up on that plate. It has a really nice click to it. It's kind of like, I'm also kind of a car guy, and the G-Wagon from Mercedes is the same similar way, and basically they have it almost tuned so that when you lock the car, it has this good just chunky thunk when the locking mechanism locks the car. It's very different than a lot of their vehicles, and it kind of reminds me of that. This really probably doesn't have to be that loud, but I think they probably tuned this to be as loud as it is, so that it has a little bit more satisfying feel to it and sets it apart from a lot of the other wallets that are kind of those trigger style wallets that have the mechanism pushing it up. I really like that. Then the next thing I like about this wallet is its styling. I do really like the style. As you can see, I have this brown leather. It's already starting to kind of age. It is real leather, and I really like the way it feels. It works really well. This elastic band looks really nice with their little kind of Groove Life logo right there. I think they did a fantastic job on the styling here. I think it looks really, really nice. And I have shown it to people, and other people have been quite impressed as well. I will say this metal plate right here does kind of get fingerprints on it. It's not as bad as some other wallets, even including like my carbon fiber extra wallet that I just showed you guys a couple minutes ago. But overall, the styling on these things are really nice. And that brings me actually to my next point, and that is its compact sizing. So it is, as you can see, this is my Ridge wallet right here. It is a little bit larger than my Ridge wallet, both in width and in height. However, it's really not too bad, especially when you compare it to things like an Extra. You can see the Extra right here is definitely a little bit taller than the Groove Life, and that comes down to the fact that the mechanism for pushing upwards is right here on the Extra, so it's adding a little bit of length right here just for that mechanism to push cards up. And instead, Groove has added in as just being a little rod that pushes up, and I think that's really smart, and it allows it to be able to have a little bit more compact sizing. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the things that I don't like. I think these are the things that kind of make the biggest impact for you in deciding if this wallet is right for you. And I have to say, this is probably not a wallet I personally am going to use long term, as I have found myself actually using this Bellroy leather wallet quite a bit more just because of its simplicity and its capacity. So that goes into the first thing that I don't actually really care for on this. I actually do carry quite a few different cards, and I have found that this can really only fit about 6 cards in the normal kind of card holder portion, and you really can only fit 1 card in this leather portion, which is kind of expensive to add this leather portion to it. Oh, quick note, I think they have actually changed it over so that this leather portion is now a MagSafe wallet. When they sent this to me, this is actually screwed into the unit rather than it being a MagSafe kind of magnetic thing. So I do want to say that if you do purchase a new one, it's more than likely going to be a MagSafe version. So you can kind of ignore the fact that this is attached to the wallet if you're looking to purchase one for yourself. But I can't really speak to the MagSafe portion because that isn't on my wallet. Anyway, so back to capacity. The capacity isn't amazing. It only has 6 and then 7 right here. Most of my other wallets can hold quite a few more. Things like the Extra can hold quite a few more in the back plate, which is really nice for those cards that you don't use very often. Things like my Bellroy do a much better job of having a larger capacity. So when you can only fit about 7 cards in total, regardless of where you're putting the cards, it just kind of doesn't stand out as being a great capacity. And then that actually leads me to my next point, which is this leather pocket right here. It is really, really hard to get this card out of there. And you actually spend quite a bit of time kind of like prying your finger and trying to get that card out. It is not an easy process to get that card out. And this is also kind of where you would put the card that you use the most. Is kind of the card that's set apart. It's easily accessible without looking at it. And this just doesn't do a great job on that. In fact, I actually put the cards that I don't use very often into this pocket, even though I think it's really meant for being a more accessible pocket. And that is actually really the main reason I don't really use this wallet all that much, is that I actually can't carry all the cards that I want to be able to carry in my wallet, which is why I find myself using other wallets more often. But then the last thing that I don't love about this wallet is the fact that it is metal. Of course, a lot of the upsides of this wallet is due to its metal construction, but you should be pretty much aware that it can damage other things in your pocket. I think it's aluminum build, and I struggle a little bit with that. It does damage things, especially if you keep your phone in the same pocket as your wallet. I don't recommend doing that, but some people do that, and you should be aware this is metal and it can scratch things. So let's talk about who this wallet is for and who this wallet is not for. So I think this is an amazing wallet. It is super high quality. As I've kind of gotten into, there are a lot of upsides to this wallet and why this is probably one of the best wallets out there. It's just not one that I personally use a ton. But it is for somebody who's willing to spend the money on a wallet like this. It is a premium product, it is high quality, and it is something that's going to last a long time, especially with this leather aging like it is. So if you're somebody willing to spend the money on that, and you also don't carry too many cards, this would be a fantastic product. Literally the only reason I don't use it all often is it just doesn't hold all the cards that I want. So if that doesn't sound like you, this wallet is an amazing option, which, by the way, I do have a link down in the description and the top comment. If you do want to purchase this wallet, that is a paid link that helps me out and I get a commission if you guys do decide to opt for that. So who is this wallet not for? It's somebody like me that needs the bigger capacity. And that really is the one sticking point for me, is just not having the capacity that I want. So if this wallet sounds like you, get it. If it doesn't sound like you, don't get it. obviously that seems like a moot point. But anyways, that is my thoughts on me using this Groove wallet over the past year or so. I really like it. It is probably the nicest wallet I have in my collection right now, and I thank you so much to Groove Life for sending it out to me as a gift. I did not pay for it. They gifted it over to me to check out, and I'm letting you guys know my honest thoughts about it. So make sure if you do like reviews like this, I review a wide range of cool products. Make sure to subscribe as it helps me out, and make sure that you guys see the videos as they come out, and also like it because it does help out with the algorithm and gets this video out to more people. So with that said, see you guys.